Hi, everyone. Welcome to Watchbots Prime, the midweek show for all things Watchbots and whatever the fuck else I feel like talking about. This is Ben, here with you tonight to shoot some shit. That was mangled. We're going to roll with it. The new Avengers movie comes out in a few weeks, and I've decided to put myself through the torture of rewatching all of the Marvel movies. This does involve putting on hold the Simpsons King of the Hill project after, as predicted, about 3 episodes each. But here we are. Why subject myself to watching generally decent but kind of samey movies? Because, God damn it, that's what I want to do, and I'm not going to be judged. I think the Marvel movies are getting a lot of backlash lately for never being particularly great. Like, you know what I mean? They make billions of dollars. Their merchandise machines and all that commercialist stuff. But I think back to when I was a kid and the comic book movies were Tim Burton Batman, which understandably fucking cool. But we also had like The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren throwing knives at kind of Yakuza people. And we had that bizarre Captain America movie where the ears on the outside of the mask were rubber. And I just think how cool it would have been to have this kind of connected universe when I was a boy and sort of fiddle-dicking around. So I do appreciate it. And it's good. So I'm watching it. I'm talking about it on my Twitter at BoganimalRules, which easy to spell, under the hashtag MCU Rewatch. So I tried to connect it back to Watchbots. That's the best I came up with. And then I realized that will be a hashtag that I'm sure 100,000 people use. But just a couple of quick thoughts as to where I am as of tonight. Iron Man, the first one, it's the template in many ways. You know, it's a compelling origin story, well cast, or I'm sorry, a high-powered villain who's ultimately kind of underwhelming, not super satisfying ending, but it's a fun movie. It also, watching it in 2019 eyes is a little strange. Not just for Robert Downey Jr.'s hair, which is fucking crazy and wavy, but also just his womanizing is so overt and so over the top. There's no way it would play today. Like I was half expecting him to slip roofies and things like that. He's got that sort of vibe to him, but it's fun. I do hate Gwyneth Paltrow's earlobes though. And next time you see Gwyneth Paltrow, look at her earlobes. They're like connected to her head. It's just, gives me the heebie-jeebies. Incredible Hulk, on the other hand, weird movie. And I think it's because it was sort of produced outside of the Marvel format, but it's very dark. And I guess looking back at the Ang Lee Hulk, like all these movies have to be melodramatic for some reason. I guess that's just the character, but having Edward Norton and Tim Roth as two sort of weedy, you know, main characters who aren't physically imposing and then they are. I don't know. It's fine. It's not great. It also has that sort of troubling Marvel trend of female leads who are reduced to just sort of blubbering like lovers, which I don't really love. Like Betty Ross she's like a molecular biologist and like or a brilliant woman or something like that. And she just is reduced to shouting things like "stop" a lot. Not great. So I will continue to rank these, and thank God, because it gives me something to talk about on these shows, but more to come on that. If you want to join in, hashtag MCU Rewatch, and whatever, or don't. I don't expect anybody else to watch 20 of these movies over the next 4 weeks like I'm planning to, but I'm sure I'll skip out on that too. But here we are. So I hope everyone is enjoying this week's The Real Ghostbusters episode. This episode hit me right kind of in the feel spot. Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of The Real Ghostbusters. Like we talked about, the toys, the cartoon was great. So it's definitely worth a rewatch. And if you haven't checked out our episode of the cartoon, highly recommend you do so. So yeah. Now this week, we're going in an entirely different kind of direction because we're talking about Ghostbusters. Yes, that's right. But this week, we're not talking about Venkman and Egon and the crew. We're talking about Kong and Spencer and Tracy. That's right, the original Ghostbusters. This is the other one, The cartoon that came out the same week as Real Ghostbusters was based off a live action show. This is truly, truly nuts. Here's the song.
Let's go, Ghostbusters!
I feel like songs are a window into the soul of a show, and I think you can see or hear from this song just what kind of show you're going to get into. But it's a good one. It's full of puns, and everybody loves puns. But we'll get into it on Monday. So if you want to get in on the conversation, hit us up on Twitter or Instagram at WatchbotsPod. Shoot us mailbag questions or anything like that. Email at watchbotspod.com, and we'll look forward to talking to you. So this has gone on quite long enough. So for tonight, this has been your ghost host signing off. So lame. I'm going to leave it. Fuck it. Bye.